What's going on, everyone? RS Games here, back with another episode of Farming Simulator 22 login. How's it going today? I hope all is well. So, as promised, I did get a big deck. Well, it's not super big, but I got a decent pile ready to go to get sold right off the bat here today so we can get out of the negative numbers. So this is the good stuff over here, and then I got kind of the crappier pulpwood on that side. So we're going to get right into the truck here. Get her fired up. And actually, I got a setting that's not right. Where is it? It's gonna be over here, I believe. Nope. Here we go. Turn that back up there so we can hear something, maybe. If there's any game sound at all. I'm not sure. Is this thing running? No, it is not. Alright, let's get her fired up here. Get her chugging along. Get it loaded up. And then we'll go sell it. And then we'll get into some dropping some trees here today. I'm super pumped for that. Alright, let's get into first person here. Get this thing fired up. So these episodes are a little goofy for me on kind of my setup here, so bear with me. I've said that a few times now throughout the course of this series, as we've kind of changed into this new map here and some new equipment. Running them dual joysticks. Alright, I really need to look at getting like a tripod or something so that way I can bring you guys a joystick cam. Alright, we're gonna try to load this nice here. Perfect. I'm actually thinking that there might be almost 2 loads here, which would be splendid. I'm not gonna complain. The more logs, the better, really. Maybe not quite 2 logs. I thought there was a little bit more here than that, but at least 1 load for sure. That's good for us for today. Mainly is just getting out of that negative number that we got into last time purchasing that new forwarder, which that forwarder is a beast. Now the next purchase, that log's just gonna be a pain. It'll work out. The next purchase is gonna be a skidder of some sort. We gotta start looking at some skidders. And then, of course, we'll have to buy our buncher head back so we can get back into doing some bunching operations. That 1 log's just gonna mess up my whole day here. Alright, I'm not gonna let it get to me. That was kind of a bad grapple. Alright, let's just see if we can go out. Actually, I'm just gonna fix it with super strength here real quick. We're gonna cheat a little bit just because I don't know if I'm professional enough to fix that. I was hoping to have a little bit more piled up here. I mean, this was a lot of trees that I cut down to get this much, so granted, I mean, it took a little while, but I was also sorting out the pulp and stuff, which if I wouldn't have done that, I could have done it a lot faster. I don't know what the best way is. I mean, realistically wise, I think that they would probably sort the pulp out. Granted, I'm not a real life logger, so I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing that they'd probably sort that little junkier stuff out. You know, I mean, sell it as pulpwood instead of, you know, good timber. I think that's gonna be a full load, which that was nice and fast here today. Yeah, I mean, that's a really nice load of logs. We also got to look at getting a semi instead of just this, so we can get a fuller load going here. This is a pretty nice load though. Can't complain at all. All right. One thing I was wondering, guys, would any of you be interested in doing some multiplayer logging with me for these episodes? We could get a crew of people in here, hammering down the trees, you know, get one guy as like a loader, one as a buncher operator or a processor, you know, just different jobs. We'll just hammer through these forests, do some big clear cut jobs. I'm gonna definitely load up that last little bit there, just so we can get rid of it. We can kind of start over. I'll leave the pulpwood because that's not that big of a pile. I'm not exactly sure. I was kind of thinking about just chipping that stuff, so that might still happen. Alright, that looks good. We'll hop back in the loader. And there's a few other heads I'd like to, or attachments for these equipment that I'd like to try also. So there's a lot I really want to do with this series. We gotta make the money right now. That's the biggest part. Let's see. Can I reach that sucker? Yeah, no problem. All right. Bring it back over here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to really do, but it'll work. Grab another claw full there. We probably should let them guys drop out a little bit. There we go. You can get a nice grapple full, but at the same time, too much sometimes isn't the best. Now, if I was a real professional, I'd pencil them and everything, but I'm not quite good enough with this stuff yet to do the penciling. I've tried a lot previously on like other saves, not on this one, so that way I don't have logs scattered everywhere. But I am not good enough at penciling these. I'm definitely getting better at loading and whatnot. I would say getting this load ready to go here, at least 2 loads, because it's a half a load. Getting this stuff down definitely did help my skill set with the joysticks quite a bit. So let's turn the loader off for now and strap them bad boys down and go sell this last little bit. We still have a massive loan to pay off, but I'm not super worried about the loan right now. I'm more worried about getting the equipment that I need to get the jobs done. All right, here we are. If this thing's got brakes at all, oh my. We'll run back here. Eventually I might get a loader down here so we can actually throw them on the things and sell them that way, but for now don't really have the ability or funds to do something like that, and I don't want to pay any leasing costs unless I absolutely have to, so we're just doing it the way we're doing it. All right, I think we can go down and start dropping some trees. I think should be good to be able to do that. We'll try to get a nice load ready for the forwarder. I'll show you guys kind of, probably do a full load on there, and then we'll sort it out, and we'll have another load ready to go for next time. We'll just tab down to this guy. All right, hop in this thing. Where do I want to start? Do I want to keep, I almost feel like I want to keep cutting down that line, but it would probably be smarter to go deeper into there, up like kind of cut down the road here, just kind of open this area up somewhat, because eventually we could put like a landing here. Well, I guess that wouldn't really work, because I don't think that the truck would traverse that dirt road at all. But I could definitely get them kind of set up in this area. So we'll think about that. But I think I'm gonna start in here, and we'll just kind of clear cut our way back here. All right, let's pull up into here. We'll drop them, all these kind of in a line here. Get this camera nice and set up. All right. Probably would help if I turn it on. Perfect. Oop, I kind of spun that the wrong way. Let's see, I kind of want to make a line over here. Probably should have started with that other one. All right. Perfect. All right, we'll grab this dead one here too, just so it's not in our way at all. All right, there we go. Let's swing it back this way, rotate it around, push it through. Spin it hopefully back around so that we can make a nice pile without doing that, what I just did. Not what I really wanted to do, but we'll try to grab this sucker here, kind of spin it back into position a little bit. It's one thing nice about this, you can definitely, it's still not perfect. If I had the fixed head, I could probably push them a little bit easier. That'll work. All right, get this guy going again. I've definitely gotten a lot faster at getting these trees on the ground, though. That's one of the biggest things I've been working on. Just the processing speed that I've been able to achieve. That's not going to be pretty. Let's see, let's maybe make another pile. I can't really spin this guy. It's just too long. Oh, can I spin it? Yeah, there we go. Now I can spin it. All right. Want to go that way just a tad. Perfect. Something like that. That was a nice tree there. Nice logs on that thing. All right. Oh, we got a piece of junk there. Shoot that off into the sky. And let's try to grab that one. Probably going to help if I do that. Oh, it's just out of my reach. Okay, well, that's fine. That is fine. We can handle that. All right. Oop, I'm getting a little hung up there. There we go. Grab it. All right. Sorry if I don't talk a whole lot. Kind of in a hyper focus mode here. Trying to at least make this look nice, like I'm a professional or something, even though I am not anywhere close to that. I missed that guy. Still missed it. There we go. There we go. Perfect. So, I mean, making decent piles here for us to come back later with. Definitely a lot faster than last time, though. Last time, if you guys remember, I was struggling with this thing. So, coming in here and just practicing. Like, if you guys are running joystick setups with the logging on Farm Sim, and you're not doing that great, like I said, just practice. You can get really good really quick with these things. I'm probably gonna regret doing this. Oop. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna regret that. Okay. We can maybe save it. Maybe. This wasn't such a long sucker. There we go. It's all about just the swinging of them around here a little bit. But I mean, cutting a load of logs, I can cut a load pretty fast here. I mean, we've already got a good half load going. Shoot it that way. Open up my grapple. Spin this back around. All right. Where are we at here? I mean, we just cleared that little section out like a champ. All right, we'll go up into there and start grabbing those guys and work our way back here. So I think we're going to make a few longer episodes with this just so I can showcase off, just and keep working on my skill, because otherwise sometimes it's a little more difficult. Like last night, the night before I started recording this, I came in here and it was like into this save and it was like 11 o'clock at night and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to throw down some trees. And it was pretty fun. Except I ended up stopping because I was so tired. And moving logs when you're tired, not the best thing ever. Especially when you're trying to focus at what you're doing. Alright. Let's see, we can grab this next one. I definitely need to get the buncher again and just practice with that thing. I feel like I could get rather good with the buncher. I mean, just seeing the progress I've made running just these machines, I feel like I could get really good with the buncher. Alright, can I reach that sucker? I should be able to. Perfect. Oop, I almost took out my windshield there. That would have not been very fun. These ones are kind of a crappier log because they're dead wood. Alright. Should be able to grab this guy too. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, this is so nice. I feel like the buncher operation will be really nice once I get a skidder and I can skid the logs out, It'll work perfect for that. and making some really nice piles on a landing someplace. When I get up into the hills a little bit more, up into the sticks. Right now we're just so close to everything that we got going on. Ooh, I didn't think I'd be able to reach that guy. Yeah, I'm not going to. Yeah, I wonder if I threw it. Maybe. No. Ooh, maybe. Come on. No, I'm not gonna be able to reach it. That's okay. We'll come back another time for that one. Let's see. I think we can start backing up kind of down our run here. Like, look at that. We just dropped. Well, I guess we'll clear the stumps out real quick, and then we'll know exactly how much I just dropped down. Remove the stumps. I've just been doing it that way. So that was 11 trees. I mean, it wasn't the fastest, but it was definitely pretty quick. So I've just been doing the kind of cheaty way of getting rid of the stumps, just because I don't have any equipment, and it takes a lot of time to go around with the equipment to sit there and clear them all out. So it's a lot easier just to, you know, go in there in the easy dev tab and just get rid of them. All right. I'd like to keep these out a little ways so that way I can actually see where they are. Have ran into it where I've dropped them kind of in a bush, and it was rather difficult to see exactly where my pile was. All right. Should be able to reach that guy. Perfect. Yeah, I think we might actually, if I cut all these down, actually, it's gonna be over a truckload. I probably won't go through the whole sorting process today. I'll get most of them loaded up into the four-wooder, and then we'll go. Then I'll do the sorting process of the pulpwood between episodes, because that's rather tedious work. This, at least we can keep moving on, and we're getting something done. The sorting process is rather slow. So, all right. I mean, I keep saying all right, and I apologize about that, but I'm just so excited about throwing all these trees down. I think it's rather awesome. I kind of want to get a picture real quick. Let's see if we can get something good here. Kind of in the sticks. Oh, there's just nothing that great. Oh, that'll work. Perfect. Alright, now we can kind of see. Alright, I should maybe drive up in here a little ways. I could probably grab some more of these off to the side first. Maybe. I don't know. Am I going to be able to reach that birch guy over there? I feel like I should be able to. There we go. My head's kind of getting stuck on the... I don't know what I've got entirely. I lost it. Maybe? There we go. Okay, I got an entirely different one than I thought I was gonna get. Sometimes that does in fact happen. I found that some of these trees are like kind of growing on top of each other here. So you get multiple, or you get ones that you didn't really want at times, but now we should be able to get this guy. So I got the one on the other side of it somehow, some way. Alright. It's just not wanting to cut it. There we go. Like, what in the world? Okay. It's stuck someplace. Why? What's it stuck on? Is this one like super long or something? Must have been. Oh my. Really a long tree here. See if we can throw it around and then bring it back and save it. So that way we can do something like this. Probably not the most realistic thing. I feel like you probably rip this head off or rip some hoses off doing maneuvers like that, but for the sake of making some nice piles, you know. It's all about the aesthetic in farm sim logging, right? You want to make it look good. Should be able to get that guy. Yep. I'm gonna run into the same issue here. If I push it out and then we run it back here real... Oh, that was almost bad. I bounced off that pile. Settle down. Settle down. There we go. We want to spin it that way a tad. Oop, I pushed it a little too much. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, it's still, they're relatively confined. Where last time I was just throwing them wherever they landed pretty much, so. Trying to make it a little bit nicer here. Maybe. Perfect. Yeah, we've just thinned this area right out, which is super nice. Easy. Okay. It's just wanting to kind of... Oh, nope, nope. Okay, we saved it. We saved it. I'm getting a little too cocky here. Getting a little too cocky with my skills. I should be able to get this one more giant. Ooh, this one's going to be a pain. I actually might want to kind of pick a different location for this one because I think this is going to be a massive guy here. Yeah. Alright, we'll land it right here. That'll be good. Then we could swing over and get those other ones and put them in this pile as well. That should work out phenomenally. Wonder how many are left kind of in this area group thing that I wanted. I'm just going to launch this guy off into the sticks there. Alright, I mean, we've got probably half a dozen trees left in that area. Maybe a little bit more than that. So we'll cut these 3 down. We'll finish that off. And I'll meet you guys in the forwarder. Alrighty, we are in the forwarder here. I dropped them last few trees. There weren't quite as many there as I thought there was. But they all landed pretty nicely. So we're going to go get a load with this thing. And then we'll probably be calling it a day. But it should be pretty close to a load that I have down. Or almost 2 loads, I actually think. Because I think I've cut down... probably close to 30 trees here today. So that should be relatively close. I mean, minus the pulpwood, which that does take away. But by the next episode, we should have a load of pulpwood if we want to sell that. Like I said, I haven't fully decided if I want to chip it or if I want to sell it. That'll be kind of a determination that I'm going to make here. I need to find a good chipper if I'm going to decide to chip it, though. Don't really have a good chipper other than the base game one, but that one... I kind of struggle with it a little bit. Alright, that should put us in a good spot there. We'll swing in with this thing. A little bit different kind of from what we've been running here today, but it works phenomenal. That's probably going to be a little too much. Actually, it's working fine so far. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that was an awesome grab that was. I wish every grab with this thing was that smooth. This thing does hold a lot of logs, though. I tell you, I couldn't believe how big the bunk was on this thing, actually. And then I was kind of messing with it last night before this episode, and yeah, it does hold quite a few logs. What's gonna put me in the best spot for success here? And honestly, probably just pull right in. Something like that. Perfect. It's going to be kind of an odd angle here, but we should be able to make it work. Like I said, see, here's where I'm talking, like where I threw them down in a bush, so they're a little bit harder to see. Oh, don't want to catch it on that stake there. Kind of tighten them up a little bit. Perfect. Ooh, it's like a nice, pretty load of all birch so far. But we're going to be mixing it up here right now. I think that was kind of a bad grab. I mean, it was a lot of just junk wood right there. A lot of pulp in that grapple. So can't ask for everything to be super nice. There we go. I missed that one. I can't quite see what I'm doing because of the angle we are at here. It does work best if I pull up on the side of it. I have found. There are some real nice logs in that one. I don't know if these are going to straighten out any. Maybe if I really pull on them, we'll get something out of it. Oh, yeah. They got a little bit better. All right. Well, let's try to drop them. Grapple wants to keep spinning there. I had a lot of pressure on that bad boy. Oh, I'm missing. I started off really strong, and then I was starting to miss there a little bit. Okay, put them over here. I wish I was good enough at loading this thing where I could keep like the pulp and the good wood separate, but I'm not quite skilled enough. Oh no, I just sent that log flying. Kind of not really. We should be able to make it okay. But I'm not gonna quite be able to see that guy in that camera angle. There we go. Let's grab it and throw it back in the stack here. I actually might have close to 2 4-wooder loads piled up here. As I get going, I'll know more. It's probably a little too much again, but yeah, I don't quite have that. Let's re-squeezer. There we go. Alright, now I gotta adjust my camera angle again, though. I could make it a little bit more realistic. Oh, what in the world? This is just a bad grab in general here. The pulpwood doesn't always like to cooperate the nicest. See if I can fix it. Man, I'm making it worse on myself. I was doing so good until that grapple there. So good. I was doing so splendid. I was actually looking like a professional there for a minute. Alright, let's see if we can fix this. Should be able to. Except for them ones that are sticking off the back all goofy. Them are going to be a pain. Alright. But these FDR machines definitely work awesome. If you want to check them out for yourself, his link to his website is down below in the description. I'm not affiliated with him or a part of his team, but I might try joining here in the near future. I think you can go and actually log with him on his like server thing if you are a Patreon something. So I might be checking that out as we go here, because that would be rather awesome to be able to go hang out with his crew, logging crew. They do some great work logging in this game. Definitely make me look like a complete rookie. Although I am learning fast. I'm getting really good with this stuff. So I'm almost to that point. I think once I get this stuff kind of down, and I'm sufficient enough, then I might go ahead and try joining. All right. Oh, I can adjust the bunks here. Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. How much adjustment do they have? So I can slide them forward or back. Okay, I think that's probably a good position, though, honestly, for them. Kind of keeping them evenly spaced. I think once we get this pile kind of grabbed up here, it's going to be a full load, and that'll be the end of today's episode. A little bit longer than what we've been running for this logging series, but I'm just kind of so excited to actually get in here and run this stuff, so I might as well bring you guys along with the journey. See if we can take a nice grab there. Ooh, it's a little buggy. It might work. You know, as far as farm sim physics go, you can have some really wonderful mods. So if I ever say anything bad, it's not directed at FDR or anyone's mods really. It's farm sim logging physics. They can be as good as you can make it, but still at the end of the day, it is farm sim logging. I'd love to see a spin-off if they made like a logging simulator. They could probably do some really good work. Obviously, logging's not their main focus for the game. You know, if you think way back to like 13, that was just a mod that came out, and then they went ahead and actually incorporated into their following games. And it just added something, you know, if you need some extra money or winter work to do, you can go out and cut down some trees. And then, of course, the modding community has taken it where it has and been able to make some wonderful mods and logging maps and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty fun. But at the end of the day, you can only make the logging in this game so great, because I don't know, it's just something with the physics of them. And FDR has tweaked his trees quite a bit, as far as I know, to like make them handle a lot better and perform better than just base game logs. I mean, like base game logs. If you were throwing down a lot of logs, your game's gonna get so laggy, and this still could get laggy here, but it gets incredibly laggy, and they are a lot harder to move. Like, I feel like base game logs, if you don't move them with like an auto load something, it's just a pain the whole way. Honestly, I could maybe get all of these stacks in one load here if I'm really good. So maybe I don't have quite a load. I mean, this is a wonderful pile here. A lot of logs in this stack. Same with that other one too. I'm kind of underestimating. Ooh, I knew I was gonna lose that one. I didn't have it the best. I was just hoping to get it over here. It's getting kind of full, so it's not as easy to stack them in here. And this one's a big log. You know, you think of the size difference between the rest of the ones that we've loaded up here and this one. This sucker is probably really heavy. Really, really heavy. That's almost one for like the bottom or something. Oh well. It'll work out in the end. Want to grab that. That'll be a nice grab if I can make it happen. Maybe? Why are they like so stuck there? Is there more there than I thought? I think that's kind of the case. I wish it was like a real life piece of equipment where I could just sit here and squeeze the heck out of it and it would just hold it by the gosh knows what. I mean, stuff still can fall when you're doing that, but if you squeeze the living knights out of that grapple, sometimes they'll stay in there. I don't know if that applies to this or not. Okay. I feel like that's probably a pretty good load for this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna call that a load there. That's enough. I feel like we could probably get a little bit more in there, but we got a relatively decent amount left to get yet. And I'll probably throw some more down between episodes. And when we come back next episode, we'll do the same thing like we did today. We'll go ahead and get a load or 2 or 3 loaded up, and then we'll go down and go back here and throw down some more trees and get them taken care of. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you all next time.